Hello and welcome back to Arknights Endfield. So good to have you here, and welcome back truly. We are going to continue with Season 2, Episode 5. Let's see what's in store for us.
Ning, Zhuang, are you guys okay?
Don't worry, just small scratches.
A landslide? And it took out the irrigation channels too. This feeds the experimental fields. This is quite a headache.
Sorry, I got jump scared by a pantail beast. I thought it was an angelos, so...
I'm not blaming you. Glad you're safe. But this water will be gone soon if we don't act fast. Let me call Uncle G. Hope we can get Tianxia engineers from the city to help us.
Don't. Everyone's busy enough as it is. Let's handle this ourselves. Bai Shuang, go get another Tianxia apparatus. After that stunt you just pulled, clearing this mess should be no problem.
But, won't that take a really long time?
You got a better idea? Just leave this dry canal as is? The farmers won't be happy. If we don't fix it soon, it won't just affect their water supply, but it'll also disrupt monitoring at the far end of the system.
Well, guess what?
The automation core!
Yeah.
That's right! We can use the AIC factory! Time to see what Tianxia Zhuang meant by creating something out of nothing.
The depth readings still haven't stabilized. We really can't afford to waste any time. Never thought we'd be the ones asking for help. Enfielders, we're counting on you.
Endming. Production details for fluid pump and fluid supply unit have been attached to the Wuling AIC plan. Let us begin.
So convenient that you had Capsule Corp, Enfield in your turf. Right. So let's get a little bit into the AIC system for Wuling. We've already seen this structure before, and we're gonna check the rest later. But this is basically a fluid pump. Again, water, big thing here in Wuling. And this you can actually place outside of the core AIC. In fact, that's the whole purpose, because you're supposed to transfer water from one place to the other. What's the whole purpose of that? Well, you've already seen. It's good for, well, moving from one place to the other. You can jump and stuff that's on the water, and bringing the water level up will help you get to the other side.
Please place the fluid pump over there, closer to the canal. Last time I was helping the farmers, the pump never worked right. Ma'am yelled at me all the time. Oh.
Or solve puzzles, right? I am figuring that there may be some situations in the future where you will need to move water closer to your core AIC or the sub PAC areas, right? But so far I haven't found that. With the two areas that I have found so far, spoiler, have water nearby, and that's unlimited water,
We can
because
place
that's the other
supply
thing.
unit right by the drain canal, close to...
There are unlimited sources of water, and there are limited sources of water. As long as you have an unlimited source of water, you can move it wherever you want, to your core AIC area, or to ponds or rivers like this one, where the water is limited, right? I think it's just, in most occasions, just part of world building, because I haven't encountered myself a single instance where I have needed one of these limited amount of water, what do you call it, ponds, areas, whatever. And we got pipeline connectors. This we had not seen before this, and this is like the new thing for transportation here in Wuling, for products at least, for the AIC complex. We had the transport belts in Valley 4, and we still have them here in Wuling. Those are still important. We still need to move products through the ground. Products that move wirelessly, right? But again, since water and other liquids are so important, we need a pipeline to move them around. And you'll see that each construct, each facility that we had from Valley 4 has a variation here in Wuling that also uses fluids. So you'll basically have your transport belts input, your transport belt output, but there will also be a pipe going into it, like above from the facility. We'll keep it simple for now. You'll see how it works later on. If you already know, then well, you already know, right? But if you are just getting into the game and you're seeing this by any chance, we're gonna be exploring this
If we want to
later on.
automate the originium industry, how should we handle the power issue?
We have temporary power supply solutions, but they will take time to implement.
Now that we've seen what Endfield can do, it's time for Wuling to shine a little. Baishuang, didn't we prepare a final batch of Xiranite relays and electric pylons before? They can automatically connect to nearby Xiranite power facilities. Should be able to help.
Oh, that's right! I get it now!
With Xiranite this scarce, these are practically luxury items. Even critical operations get limited quota. But I'm sure Endfield Industries can make better use of them than I could. So please, go ahead.
Yes, we can. And look at this. Introducing the Xiranite relays, the pylons. It's basically the same as the power relays and power pylons from Valley 4. Same thing as before, they just transmit energy from one place to the other, or they give energy to facilities all around them. Same as in Valley 4, these pumps are not gonna run on themselves nor on magic, they need energy. So, what's the difference if they do the same thing? Well, they don't need cables to connect between each other. These are wireless. Stepping into the 21st century technology. But I mean, actually, it was fun, you know, picking up the cable, bring it over here, run around. It has a limited distance, right? These also have the same limited distance. Relays have the 80-meter limitation. Pylons have the 30-meter limitation, or was it the other way around? Can't remember. No, these are relays. The big ones are the relays. They have 80-meter limitation, and the pylons have a 30-meter limitation. But if they're wireless and they still have a limitation, so how do they work? You simply place them within range, and they're going to connect automatically. It's almost like magic, right? And they will connect to any other pylon and relay within range. Right, so there's a great advantage to this, and I don't know if you've been in this situation where you're placing relay, pylon, relay. Maybe you needed to go through a cave, right? And that tends to happen in Valley 4, and maybe here in Wuling as well. And when you were placing first a relay, you had to drag the 80-meter cable. You could get into the cave, place the pylon, because that one's smaller, it fits into the cave, unlike the relay. And then you had to run 30 meters and you would run out of cable from the pylon, right? So you had to run ahead, place the other relay outside of the cave, calculate more or less that you are at 80 meters from the pylon behind you, and go back dragging the cable and connect it to the pylon. And shucks, you didn't calculate correctly, it's a bit too far away, so you had to go back and replace it. This will tell you exactly at which distance the others are, the other pylons and relays are, and as long as you place them within range, they're gonna connect. You don't have to run around dragging cables. Yeah, dragging cables might have been a little bit fun, but this is just more convenient. What's the downside? That they only work in Wuling. Unfortunately, yeah. The ones from Valley 4, the normal ones, will work here, but the ones from here in Wuling will only work here in Wuling. And you can distinguish them because they have that signature, distinguishable green light, that green color, and you can carry both of them around, right? So, and they give you a batch of 30 of those. You can just swap them around in your toolbar. There we go. Now we have the proper technology for Wuling. And I always recommend running around with a few of these in your backpack, because you're still gonna want to mine mine a lot of ore here in Wuling, mainly Iridium, because there's not a lot of the other minerals, at least not the ones from Valley 4. There's no amethyst. And about ferrium, we'll talk about that one later. In any case, let's use a power pylon, a Xiranite pylon. Powers both of the facilities properly. And there you go, you see it
It's
filling up.
working! Ma'am, the fluid supply unit's working!
So this is the AIC factory. Not just convenient, but its facilities show remarkable Originium compatibility.
Ma'am, next time we do field experiments, can we bring a set of this equipment with us?
We're gonna need more than one set. Huh?
What's wrong?
Depth readings are gradually increasing. We might be approaching the blighted zone.
Well then, since we're already here, we'll help all the way. Given how Wuling's Angoloi are waterborne, we may encounter some further in.
Then I'll...
No. You stay and keep an eye on the AIC factory. What if the Angoloi show up here instead? The factory is crucial, and we just got it running. We can't afford any damage to it.
But all right, fine. I'll stay and watch over everything here.
Right, so as you can see, we're grabbing fluid from an unlimited source and moving it to a limited source. And no, it doesn't overflow. It's just gets to the max amount that it can have, and that's it. Another useful thing for this is that sometimes you'll just have to drain a pool and get a chest that might be hidden beneath, again for transportation. You can also pour water into an unlimited source, because again it's unlimited. What's infinity plus 1 gonna do? It's the same as infinity, right? But yeah, anyways, it's a fun little system, and must admit that I haven't used it a lot. At least to the point where I am. I'm sure I'm gonna be using it more later on, because well, I haven't spawned myself, but I have seen things, you know, like maybe you're gonna have to clean up some bad water, quote unquote bad water. You'll see it when we get there. Or when I get there, because I haven't gotten there.
More Angoloi. Let's clear them first, then handle the blight.
They are different from what we encountered in Valley 4. Ew, they're gross. Or now the moment! Now,
Got the data, but
Are the results unfavorable?
the blight ahead of us is spreading.
what? But even if there's blight inside the array, shouldn't the widespread Xiranite across Wuling reduce its activity?
Yes. Normally there's no way it would spread this fast. Which means my earlier calculations were...
Everyone, the AIC factory.
3 months, right? Fangyi, level with us. Do we even have 3 months worth of Xiranite left? You wouldn't falsify reports to your own people, would you? Bit by bit we're losing ground, until what? You start feeding your own flesh and blood into the production of Xiranite?
I will handle everything. But I do need all of you to stay focused on your own posts.
Fine. You do your job, I'll do mine. Should have known better than to worry you'd work yourself to death. Bye, Zhuang. Take the data and submit it to the Xiranite Central Laboratory. And do follow the standard procedure. Address it to Viceroy Zhuang.
Endming. access permissions have been granted. Please go to the Xiranite Central Laboratory. I will see you there.
We must hurry over.
Tianshu Yanning, Tianshu Baishuang. Bye-bye for now.
Ugh, that was pathetic. Endming, you're the only ones who can help her now.
The clock's ticking. Quickest path to the labs through the housing blocks. Endming, after things calm down in Wuling, could I please have a tour of Zhuang?
Whoa, you're not even a full-time watchguard yet, and you're already thinking about job hopping?
That's not what I meant. It's just that I still have a lot to learn. It's a promise then. See you around, everyone.
All right, now that things have settled down, let's go find Tianshu Zhuang and figure out our Xiranite production plan. And we can swing by Hongshan Swordmancers later. Yeah, might as well go there and grab sharper toys. We've got plenty of fights ahead. Perlica?
Let's go.
What's on your mind, Perlica?
Just thinking about Viceroy Zhuang and her unique approach to leadership. Mifu, Yanning, and the others. It seems they'd rather be her friend than...
Right, sorry to interrupt, Barkit, and here's another system that was inevitable to get to when we are now in a different region, and that's the regional depot. What's the regional depot and regional transfer, you ask? Well, it's kind of inconvenient yet realistic system that they added to the game. And I say inconvenient because...
Viceroy. For Wuling, she'd give her all. None question her peerless skill. They only fear their friend might be burning herself out.
Oh, Pearly, why did you start thinking about this again? Here are my 2 cents. I think Supervisor Perlica is extremely capable as well. Of course, the same applies to our Endming.
You done? I'm sorry. No, but yeah, what I was saying is inconvenient because turns out that, well, you remember the very useful convenient depot where you could store lots and lots of things from Valley 4, stuff that you would pick up, stuff that you would make with your AAC factory, right? Well, turns out you have one of those as well in Wuling, but turns out they are not connected. And that's why it's inconvenient, but it's realistic because you are in a different part of the planet now. You're in a completely different region, and if this was real, you wouldn't have all the stuff in the same thing. Like, where would that be? Would it be in Valley 4? Would that be in Wuling? Or would you keep things separately? Or would you keep everything in the Dijang? But what if the Dijang is already very full from all the stuff they brought back from Terra? I mean, to be fair, when you're in the Dijang, you can access both depots at the same time, which is actually pretty useful. But whenever you're in one region, you have access to that depot. Right, so, I mean, again, realistic. Inconvenient because you had a lot of stuff from Valley 4. A lot of steel, ferrum, flowers, dust, a lot of stuff, right? And you could, in theory, just grab a lot of that and put it in your backpack and bring it over and move it to your Wuling depot. You can, but your backpack is limited, but you can also go to Dijang and just move it from there. It's still gonna take a lot of time. For your convenience, quote-unquote convenience, or at least within the realistic terms that the game is trying to set here, you will have a regional transfer. Every hour you can transfer 1500 value of items. I'm guessing that's going to increase eventually at some point. I haven't advanced too much, and if I haven't noticed if this increases. But anyways, you see that every item here has a different value. So it's not that you can transfer 1500 of anything. You could transfer 1500 of ore, for example, because those have only a value of 1, right? So ferrium, amethyst, originum. You're not gonna want to transfer originum because you have plenty of that here in Wuling. Ferrium, you do want to transfer that one because there's only one depot here on Wuling. Why did the developers just do it like that? I don't know. Maybe that's also appealing to a realistic version scenario of the game where, well, you can't find the same minerals everywhere, right? Some countries in our real world are more rich in certain minerals than others. I don't have data or information at the top of my mind right now, but well, for example, jade. You can't find jade everywhere, right? Only in certain countries. If I'm not mistaken, here I'm from Central America, and I know this from our history. Several indigenous tribes used to make a lot of jade stuff. China, I think, Asian countries used to have a lot of that as well. But so anyways, it's appealing to that. Thing is, you can transfer that. Be careful what you transfer because, for example, if you want to transfer steel bottles, well, that has a value of 5, so you're gonna be able to transfer only 300 of those each hour. You're not gonna need amethyst for most of the buildings in Wuling. If you do, it might be best to just transfer a little bit from your other depot while you're in Valley 4 and just bring it over. But I recommend transferring ferrium because you're gonna need it. And even with the one deposit that is here in Wuling, you're still gonna get enough for your stuff. This is going to be like a backup, right? Or even a more immediate source of ferrium. Since I took a while to go mine it, I actually got full of ferrium this way with the regional transfer from one day to the other, rather than mining it. So I'm guessing this is going to be a system in the future. Regional depot, regional transfer, whatever other region we're gonna unlock later on. It's not gonna have only its own stock builds, it's also going to have this, right? So get ready, be prepared, and to a certain point it's actually fun because you need to gather your own stuff, you have to mine your own stuff, construct here. It's like almost starting over, so maybe it keeps the game interesting, especially because you got new buildings, a new system. It makes me wonder what they're gonna come up with for future regions. Think what you like, right? But to me, honestly, it's a bit interesting, and I'm looking forward to it. So I decided to explore Wuling just a little bit more, because there's still a lot that I haven't gotten, and I did take my time last time to try to explore the city, and I still have a lot, like those puzzles, or even more chests, or even these white triangle prisms to gather. Lore that you can pick up, right, and read, or even just explore the city. As I mentioned last time, I'm a bit dazed by this city. It's just complex enough to keep me entertained, testing everything out, going places. I love it. Just if you can and if you want to, if you like this kind of stuff, take a moment to explore Wuling. And I think you might enjoy it. Just a little souvenir for the future. But let's move on now.
认证通过，最高权限，通道开启。
It recognizes me.
You passed the check? This thing's definitely not scanning faces. Then, if I do this...
陈千羽更新信息已录入，认证通过，通道开启。
That's what you get for being a goofball. Sure, it's
What?
not scanning faces.
No, that's not what I meant! Hey,
But-
redo that!
This is your first time here. It needs to recognize you somehow.
认证未
And that's the first
验
thing that
认
you
证未
do.
未通过。
You gotta do that
Why?
every time you wanna get in.
认证通过，最高权限，通道开启。
Chen, Tianshi Zhuang is still waiting for us.
And it's funny because I don't know where I saw it, or if it was a fan-made thing, but I think
doomed.
Zhuang...
Now I'll be stuck pulling this ridiculous face every single scan-in?
Yes, you are. But I think Zhuang Fangyi, Tianshi Zhuang, Viceroy Zhuang, also has to do something similar if she wants to get inside. It's really funny because they're both dragons, different types, but apparently it's a thing with dragon people here in this world. They're kind of goofy. Let's explore this place a little bit before we get to the real thing. I don't know. You know me. I am attention deficit disorder and really got a thing for aesthetically pleasing places, designs, and the whole thing. And this place looks amazing. I love it,
Caught it before it flew away.
and I just want to see more of it. Tianshi Zhuang has poured her heart and soul into everything, not just Xiranite research, but every plant and tree in Wuling. She's truly pushing herself to the limit. We've explored nearly every possible approach. Wuling is still young, and so are we. We'll overcome this challenge for sure. Seems like the researchers here are motivating themselves for a very good reason. We know how tough the situation really is with Xiranite, and apparently the general population doesn't know, but the researchers know. Like you just heard this other woman, what's it called? Yang Ning was her name, yeah. She knows about the Xiranite shortage. And that also reminded me that last episode I said, oh, now we have our objective clear, we have to make sure, and it's gonna be very simple, it just needs a couple of materials, but I forgot one tiny very important detail. We don't have the facility for it just yet.
Shiny.
And
oh, this is
there's
the
a-
actual size of Oraline.
There's a lore reason behind it, and that's very interesting. That's something we're about to explore. The thing is, it's all experimental. It's all been in theory that we can use the AAC factory to create Xiranite, to synthesize it. And that's a well, if we're speaking in terms of real world, something like this, as experimental and theoretical as this is very risky, and I understand why everyone is nervous. But let's take a look at what they have discovered so far, or developed so far.
体检15分钟至临界状态，1级冷却系统压力正常。
Initiate third Xiranite energy injection. Monitoring instruments, prepare for data logging.
Readings from Channel B34 are exceeding the expected range from the pre-test simulations.
Attempt recalibration. Try to minimize the interference.
It's not working. I'm getting the same thing. None of my numbers match those from Yinglong.
Interference eliminated. Let's go for another run.
We continue. Initiate fourth Xiranite energy injection.
Chanchi Zhuang, data adjustments for this run look pretty big. We might...
Stop the run! Stop it! Changyun, how many runs have we had at this?
Stop whining. Get some water and cool off the stabilizing rod. The cooling system's down again.
Water? That's like baseline cooling efficiency. Your senior knows ice making originated in Mars, right? Maybe we should get him instead.
Let me do it. But I need you to sort out the readings from the runs. Take a short break, and we'll continue after that. Endming? Okay then. Since the Endman volunteered, I'll let you handle this little task.
Okay, so let's put to good use the drone that we got from the beginning of Wuling. Alrighty, so there are sources that you can get water from, and this is gonna be helpful for other stuff in the future. We're gonna be able to shoot other types of liquid before. I mean, later.
Aim at the array stabilizing rod. Get its energy level within the range of equilibrium.
So normally you need like water bottles in your backpack in order to use this, but when you're near one of these sources, it's just unlimited usage. Funny how that works. Wireless transfer of water. We're already transferring solid stuff wirelessly. How that works, I don't know. Anyways, suspension of disbelief is, I think it's what it's called. But anyways, just a mini game that you'll find for other puzzles as well around the world. It's similar to the one where you activate the rotating stuff in Valley 4. You gotta keep the level precisely where
its temperature.
where it asks you to.
Endming? Its arts unit seems to be quite enhanced.
And it's that simple.
One more run. Same perimeters.
So, is it working?
Please, this has to succeed.
It's got to succeed.
We've got this?
It worked! Wait! Let me check the date!
Me too!
Endming. Yes, though it's just a first step. We're looking for a set of suitable parameters. They'll ensure the Xiranite production facilities are PAC compatible. With the success of our first step, we can start designing the blueprints of said facilities.
Impressive. And faster than expected. This could have only been achieved thanks to the Tianxia.
Indeed. We should really give them some time to rest. Me? Thank you, but I'm alright. Ge Yipu and Changyun spent months on this project without a break. Compared to them, my contributions pale.
Our research center has just received data from the Tianxia. However, it'll take a while to get the completed blueprints from them.
Supervisor Parlica, while we wait, perhaps I can take the Endming on a tour of the central laboratory.
I see what you're doing.
I can handle things on my own. Chen, why don't you join the tour as well?
Me? Qianshu Zhuang has our Endming covered. I can't add much. Maybe I should...
Since Chen just returned to Wuling, maybe there are places that she wants to visit again.
Yeah, this city's changed a lot. I really want to do some exploring.
Okay. Then, I'm leaving our Endming in your hands, Tianxia Zhuang.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're doing. So, it's funny because we just had to cool it down to make it work.
The data room is upstairs from here. You should have full access to all the files.
Or we just facilitated them doing another test so soon after the previous one. And,
the area upstairs is the administrative office and labs for various fields of science. However, I believe you'll be more interested in the data room. Some of your old files and documents are stored there. Would you like to have a look?
Oh, files
This
of
way,
mine.
please.
Yeah, yes, of course. Thank you. So, I don't know what if they did something different,
All
but maybe it
reports
just
and
needs
data
constant cooling.
generated since the founding of the science station are stored in this place.
Zhuang, just at the right time. I was about to give you these data reports. Oh, the Endming's here too.
I'm with the Endming. We're looking for information from the past.
Oh, you should have told me, girl. I can easily retrieve them for you.
It's all right. I know where the records are. As for these reports, please deliver them to Supervisor Parlica. Thank you.
All right, girl. I'll do as you say.
Let's go, Endming. They should be over here.
I know what you're doing. Can't fool me.
Well, there are moments when memories fail. Let's look for it together.
Sure. But anyways, yeah, maybe if cooling the system was the key, then we're gonna have to handle that, and it'll make
once
a
we
lot
completely
of
fill up the
sense.
rift, maybe they'll build a brand new city there. If that
Where
day
we use
comes,
water.
I hope there's gonna be a 24/7 dessert store. How about you? Don't tell me you're gonna ask for a brand new research building.
There are enough labs already. I think we can use a mascot. We should place it somewhere really conspicuous. That empty plot next to the training grounds looks perfect.
The people working for the Sway Regulator would never agree. In fact, they keep complaining that the Yinglong Special Task Force isn't getting the training areas it needs. Fangyi, why did you leave the recording device on again?
So, it was Shuang's idea to have a mascot, the precursor
You
of
once
the
said that when the
chubby
city was
line.
complete, you'd sprint from the east to west in one breath. But with all these stairs now, in one breath might be asking too much.
Yeah, tell me about it. So, reporting the Xiranite Nexus plan. Even after several iterations, the performance of the Xiranite Nexus still falls far short of expectations. Faced with the harsh reality of long-term Xiranite shortages in Wuling City, Tianxia Zhuang made a difficult decision robust development of the Xiranite Nexus and repurposed it as a stabilized core component within the Xiranite Forge to maintain Xiranite production. When asked if the stagnation of this plan implied any regret, Tianxi's reply was remarkably brief. Whether it serves one person or millions, the choice is clear. Yeah, recurring to desperate measures in order to maintain the Xiranite levels and keep the city safe. You know, I wonder, why didn't they come to us earlier?
We had an intense discussion to name the Xiranite Nexus. The debate actually turned physical. Thankfully, my mentor won in the end, or we'd have to call it... I still can't bring myself to say it.
Well, I know why. Because the project wasn't ready. We just witnessed the first successful result of what we want to achieve. I mean, surely it wasn't the only success. They had to get to this point somehow, but I mean, they just finalized the first prototype of a Forge of the Sky, which is the facility that we're going to be using to create synthetic Xiranite, right? But seems like everything lined up just perfectly. We just got here in time to help do the mix between Xiranite Wuling technology and the Enfield's AIC factory, right? Telosian calendar. Many new ideas from the... So we were collaborating into this project 10 years ago, or who knows how long ago when we were already here. But we don't remember. Who knows if the Endming would have been able to complete this far sooner if she had been present before, or if you're playing with the Guy Endming. Rest assured, the Hongsheng Academy of Science will not be absent from this crusade. A team led by Tianxi has already set out for the North Pole, so they already participated with whatever happened at the North Pole. Remember that flashback from the beginning of the game? Additionally, the administrator has received your gratitude and support. Interesting. And it's funny because, again, not just Wuling is dependent from all of this, it's the entire world. The whole idea is that Xiranite might be the key to finally closing the rift. If it's been able to keep this one at bay, this one so close to Wuling, maybe it will help seal the big one that is in the North Pole, right? Or
Your
Northern
last departure
Hemisphere.
was so abrupt. Not even a proper goodbye. This city might have just been a pause for you, but we're not letting go of what you started here. Don't you want to spend more time here? There are still some documents in the data room. That being said, I was busy showing you around the place. I didn't even ask you how you felt about the city. That was pretty rude of me. So, Endming, what do you think about this place?
Oh, don't let me tell you about it. You'll never get me to stop. As you have probably already seen. So, I'll just keep it as it's nice.
Do you think you'll like this place?
Oh, I already do. It's alright, I guess. Imagine choosing that. Well, me from the past probably did. Wow, imagine. Worried about Enfield's commitment? I don't think so.
Never doubted it. I brought you here because I wanted to share a few moments from the past. Supervisor Perlica might need a while to get things done. Let's just wait outside.
Sure. I know what you're doing. And you're about
Over
to do it.
here,
In fact, you're
Endming.
doing it right now.
This happens to be the students' recess. The place might get a little busy. To be honest, I wouldn't be getting this break if you never came to help us out.
At this point, it might make more sense having the male
No.
Endming.
This is the administrator of Enfield Industries.
The administrator? Seriously?
Looks pretty young to me. Please don't mind them. Most of the young Tianshi never met you before. Hearsays and written records are all that they have. In fact, they've been keen to see.
But I prefer this. I prefer watching the Penguinistrator. But I knew it. I knew it. You just wanted to steal me from Perlica and take me on a date, didn't you? Oh, so nice. Never gonna get tired of saying it. Wuling is amazing.
The pear blossoms are blooming already. Mifu's got a point. This lab is swallowing whole seasons. There goes spring again. You like it?
This pear blossom aroma. I know it from somewhere.
Did you just remember something? You actually brought a pear blossom sapling during your last visit to the science station. You even said a day will come when you'll raise a blooming orchard in Wuling.
A blooming orchard. That must have been rather difficult in a place overrun by the blight.
Indeed. Preserving beautiful flowers like these is never easy, especially in those difficult times. But look, I have succeeded.
Ma'am! We've got bad news!
Take a breath, and then go on.
One of the sky poles we're using for the performance, we were just test flying the unit. But the signal went out above Fangxing Avenue. We lost it.
Fangxing Avenue.
Man, what a killjoy. This barely requires the Tianshi Shuang's attention. That was so beautiful.
Come with me, Endming.
But luckily, Shuang doesn't get discouraged by anything.
Sorry
It's
for
still
dragging
on.
you all along. I got a little carried away. Hope you don't mind.
So that's a Skypole. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that barely deserves your attention.
Yes, it matters a lot, actually. I don't want this to spoil the event later on.
Event? What event? This event is making you nervous, I'm curious. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. So, in order to live up to your expectations, we should address this issue quickly. This sky pole seems to be flying normally. Maybe there's something wrong with its sensors. Odd.
Have you tried turning it off and on? Don't make me chase it. No. That's fine. Let's go chase the damn thing.
Keep up with the sky pole, Endming. Don't let it escape.
Where the hell did it go?
Wait, I think I hear a child crying. I can't just ignore this. A child lost a balloon.
Didn't I see it up there? No. Maybe I just saw things.
My chubby love. Xiaoshang. It's alright. Tell me what's wrong.
You know his name?
It's the bat machine. A bat machine took my chubby love. There. Now where did this machine go? Over there. It flew over there. Thank you for telling me that. Let's buy you another chubby lung, okay? Really? Then I want the special TGCC crossover exclusive.
Okay, let's don't get pushy, kid.
Okay. The special crossover exclusive it shall be. Endming, have you seen the balloon in Skypole?
I only see a sprinkler truck involved in an accident.
It must have been hit by the Skypole.
A sprinkler truck. For the plants? Oh, it's to clean. Look at the other one back there. But it's different. Maybe we should give it a love tap. Open the hood for inspection. Let's try driving it around. Don't think we can do anything about this. Map. Nope. So it wasn't the love tap either. Yep, nope, nothing happens.
No worries, just let us handle this.
The truck
Okay.
looks alright. We'll move it out of the way. Can't afford to let it affect the performance event. Got anything else I can help you with?
Yeah, maybe you can take care of the thing.
Skypole.
I'm kind of busy right now.
Shen, Chancellor Zhang, let's surround this thing. Block that path. I'll cover here.
Thank you, everyone. Endming!
Ha! This one's slippery. I'll block that side. Oi! Quit moving! Bloody machine!
Shall we continue the chase?
No, let's not. You know, Zhuang, I was expecting... I mean, not to be rude, but... yeah, never mind.
Chancellor Zhuang, you finally found the time to come jogging with us.
Wow, you actually brought a friend along, Tianjin Zhuang?
Sorry, folks. It's just up ahead. Let's hurry. Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, of course I understand. Zhuang saw this as an opportunity to interact with everyone.
The performance is
Because
about
she's
to
been
start.
so busy.
How am I supposed to serve anyone with this mess? Yeah.
So I get it. And look who it is. Oh,
My
jolly.
deepest apologies, Engineer Pan. I should have retrieved it sooner.
Oh, Chancellor Zhuang. Can't believe you're personal running this errand. Hey, Admin.
Yeah, me neither.
You here as well?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry about that. I'll pay for it, don't worry. I'll transfer you 30k.
Worry not. It's just a cheap suit base. How about Rapid Mill? The performance is about to start. As for this sky pole, it's frequency rating at phobos. Oh, jeez!
It's still alive.
It's all over my hair!
So cool!
Ah! Chili oil! My eye's burning!
Terribly sorry, people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay for all of that. Finally, damn thing.
Oh dear.
You annoying trash. Let's not fix
I'll
it.
try.
Throw it away.
The drone caused a serious mess. Fubo needs to review this properly. Sorry for suddenly involving you in this.
Yeah, at least we got a little run in the city.
Really? That's good. An occasional walk does help with remembering things we barely think about when busy. I'll find a way to make it up to everyone.
So, you gonna tell me about this event or what?
Fengxing Avenue often hosts events for Wuling's residents. In a city encircled by threats, these gatherings do wonders for morale. And this little thing is one of the most important performers we have for today. The world-changing missions of Endfield may call, but if you become blind to those who support you, that would be a shame. Memory might have faded for you, but never for the city that waited.
Wise words,
So,
actually.
You did plan this from the start, and gave yourself an excuse to leave the lab.
My original plan involved a proper tour of Wuling with a rather detailed itinerary. But when I saw that malfunctioning sky pole, darting about without a goal in mind, I suddenly wanted you to walk the streets of Wuling, not as a strategist, but as a wanderer.
Yeah, very sudden indeed.
Trust me, I've been taking my time doing that.
For this unexpected reception, how would you rate Wuling's performance?
And it's actually quite enjoyable.
Ah, Tianxi Zhuang! Here to watch the performance? New bamboo dew milk tea! Second cup, half price. Here, just take the last two. On the house.
Oh, the
One
last
for
two.
solitary joy, two to unlock happiness.
Again, not a tea person. If you're a tea person, tell me if that sounds tasty to you, because to me, I don't know.
Finally sold them all. Time to call this shift. Bye!
Endming? Tell me, what is the Wuling you see?
I'd say a prosperous city. Yeah, because what do you call a city that constantly faces and defeats adversity? Yeah.
It's almost time. Time to take your proper spot.
庄奶奶。
What the? Okay. Oh, so it's a drone show. A drone light show.
Expect a noble helper.
Land remains, but people fade.
Ba-da-da-dum.
Let's head back.
That was quite nice, actually. I'm wondering if that'll eventually kind of become the Lantern Rite equivalent here in Endfield. Lantern Rite is something from Genshin, in case you don't know. And it's the equivalent, like the Chinese region in that world. And they have that celebration every year. This one was brief but nice. So like a brief light festival show. Oh man, I know you're getting tired of hearing me say this, but Wuling has truly impressed me. And I'm so glad for that because well, I really like this game. I love it. It's become one of my favorites, and
Tired?
glad they managed to keep me with this second part of the game. To call it something.
I'm afraid I didn't really catch it back then because of the noise. Sorry. But I already have the answer I need. The moment the Academy told me about your return, I began rehearsing a decade's worth of stories. But there's too much to be done, and the stories worth sharing are few. Anything you feel like hearing, Endming?
If you know anything about my past, or maybe the origin of Wuling.
That's something I need to think about.
Or your best.
20 years ago, we worked with Endfield to prepare our 4th scientific survey for expansion. Years later, I volunteered for the science expedition and left the growing cities within the Hongshan crater for the first time. My observations of the rift left me memories far clearer than the others I made at Hongshan. After a lengthy debate, my mentor finally named the science station Wuling. Wu, the pacifying force of martial might. Ling, the riparian ridge denying the blight. The Hongshan Academy of Sciences and its greatest allies committed every resource to create Xiranite. By combining our knowledge of Originium and the Farin Matsui, we forged the first milestone of Wuling Science Station. The Xiranite reversed the blight and isolated the rift. Clean water cascaded from the Xiranite dam. We finally conquered the rift. At least, that was what I believed until the accident. Parting lasts an eternity, and Wuling is the final mark they left behind. How could I ever forget? In the blink of an eye, the science station had birthed a city. The people of Wuling found a way to thrive upon the harshest lands, to shelter the citizens, to fend off threats. A city is nothing without its people. Endming, I'm truly happy to see you back.
And that was so interesting. No, actually, I mean it. Yeah, it's so bad that I can't remember all these cool things.
Before I joined the Wuling Science Expedition, I had many options and problems as well. I was completely overwhelmed. Until one day, I read a question on the title page of an old book. It was a self-reflection written by a Tumu Tianshi. I asked myself the same question, and only submitted my applications after some deliberation. While the young still see the verdant hills and rivers. It's just a very simple question, but in this untamed land, that question claws at my chest, unexpectedly, unrelentingly. One day, time will write that reply for us, but at this moment, the looming threat is what matters most.
Tianshi Zhuang, Endming, the blueprints for the Xiranite production facilities are ready. We can now progress to the next phase of our collaboration.
Nice, alrighty. We're making some progress.
I'm all ready.
Good. I've notified Chen to make her way to the core AIC area. Let's rendezvous there.
Oh, I do hope to stay here around a while. I wonder if she will join us at the core AC area. Which one should I go for? But I love those narrations, those pieces of story. They're actually so cool.
Thank you, but no. I've already taken my break, so it's time to get myself back to the Institute of Materials Science. Then I'll head to the main pillar and monitor the Tianshi pillar array. Nevertheless, do allow me to express my gratitude.
You're going
An
back to
eternity
war?
past, yet now hope stirs
Courage.
again.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off, but oh, that was so cool, actually, and amazing. Whew. First off, Wuling, the name we had read about that. That was cool. Number two, so Wuling isn't the main city for Chinese people. She mentioned the Hongsheng crater. There's a whole lot of world here in Talos too that we don't know about. So I'm glad about this story. I love it. Cool episode because while there wasn't a lot of combat, the story is actually quite compelling, very engaging, and The reason why we're here is quite meaningful. That is why I love this game. Thank you for being here. Take care. I'll catch you in the next episode, and I wish you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
There's a beauty in the way you're warm, and the sharpness of your thorns, so vibrant in the imperfections, in the